Here's the bottom line. Eddie Johnson is now blaming his problems on what? Racism. Okay? The guy falls asleep in his car because he's drinking. And why? Because of racism. Let me tell you something right now. This is outrageous. This man has the most important job in Chicago, as far as I'm concerned, right? He is the superintendent of police. I'm pro law enforcement. I'm probably more pro law enforcement. Yours truly, Citizen Kelly, more pro law enforcement than the average president of the FOP. And I'm telling you right now, as a lifelong Chicagoan, somebody who loves the police, it is an absolute disgrace that we have a superintendent who is drinking and sleeping in his car, while people are shooting and getting raped and murdered. He's sleeping in his car. You know what I mean? If you're let's just say you're getting raped or murdered, you gotta run up to the police car. You gotta bang on the window. Hey, wake up! Put that bottle down. I need your help. You know what I mean? Just roll down the window. Hand me your pistol. Help me. But he's drunk. He's drunk. Why? Because of racism. Because of racism. Johnson says, I'm going to read the quote, okay? How's that?
The FOP, after he made that statement, issued a vote of no confidence against him, and this was in the statement that you are about to read.
What took so long?
Yeah.
What took so long?
This is his reaction to the FOP.
I had no confidence in Superintendent Johnson the day Rahm Emanuel appointed him. Okay, so here's the statement from what I can somehow ascertain. Okay, emphasis on the word ass. Okay, ascertain. I can't, quote unquote, Johnson, in good conscience, stand by while racial insults and hatred are cast from the Oval Office or Chicago, is held hostage because of our views on new Americans. What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's right. We don't choose our superintendents based on merit anymore. We don't even hire police officers in Chicago based on test scores. We have gangbangers passing the police tests. Do you understand this? This is what's happening in the city of Chicago.
This is the new normal.
Yeah, exactly. I'm walking down the street and I'm thinking to myself, if there was ever a crime, my God, I'd have to jump in and save the police. It's the truth. And I'm 100% pro law enforcement. Let me tell you, G-Law, you know me. I am 100% pro law enforcement. But, that's the problem, is that not only are the police outgunned in Chicago, not only are they outmanned by the criminals with the guns, but technically speaking, only like half of the police officers on the job now are actually qualified to be police officers. That's the honest to God truth. So this Don Lemon, are you familiar with Don Lemon? He's really upset with Donald Trump tonight and every night. Let's hear what he had to say.
President Trump, in a disgusting statement, says the impeachment inquiry into his alleged abuse of power is a lynching. The president claiming this morning on Twitter that the impeachment process is without due process or fairness or any legal rights. It's a, quote, lynching. Except this is not a lynching. The impeachment inquiry is nothing like a lynching. An investigation allowed by the Constitution into President Trump's actions with Ukraine in no way resembles the racist and barbaric white mob murders of black people that tarnish our nation's history. So let's set the record straight right now on lynching in the United States of America. And this is according to the NAACP.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's what we got to set the record straight on. And people like Don Lemon and Superintendent Eddie Johnson, apparently, who was recently attacked by two men wearing MAGA caps. Did you know about that? Eddie Johnson, the superintendent of police here in the city of Chicago. He was drinking, fell asleep in his car, and because of racism. Because of racism. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh. Somebody, I don't know who has the courage to do it. I don't know who. But somebody with the knowledge of history. Somebody Somebody's going to have to stand up and tell Don Lemon and Eddie Johnson and, I don't know, all the teachers and professors.
Who are teaching the next generation.
Yeah. That there's nothing good about America, right? That black people were not the only people who were lynched. It's a fact. Black people are not the only people in history who were ever slaves. It's true. It's
Or
a fact.
discriminated against.
Or discriminated against. Try being a straight white Christian male in Chicago today. If you really want to know something about discrimination, maybe you should interview straight white Christian males in Chicago. Go for it. Then you might find out what discrimination in America today is really all about. We'll talk about that when we come back.